Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dimensions of Love. You've probably seen the pre-shuffle that we did, and we picked out these beautiful cards for us to start off this reading. And this is a reading in the full moon in Scorpio on the 5th. So 5th of May. So it's 5-5. Which is 10 together if we are looking at the dates, and 10 is completion. So before we get into this whole introduction about this Scorpio full moon, we have picked 3 piles here for you to pick, and these are the Curtain Seas, very simple, easy playing cards that are used. So we just want you to feel familiar. If you've never seen tarot cards or don't know so much about them, these cards we can all relate to in all ages and sizes, right? So pick a card, and these are full moon stones here. These are the full moon stones. No idea why I started in the middle, but I guess Spirit will let us know. So pick with the stone or with the card if you have any associations with these cards, and at the end of this video we are going to pick the additional message for you to know. And as always, this reading is the collective reading. We're formally reading for those that are in this channel as subscribers, but also everyone that is entering. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Then this is also a message that Spirit wants to deliver to you, something that you need to know here, okay? So let's go back to the Scorpio here, and that it is the full moon. And Scorpio is all about transformations. So a lot of transformations will be happening right now, and especially emotional transformation. So there will be an amplified emotional states within you and within everyone also around you. So just try to be gentle with yourself and also with everyone else, and clear out all of those clogged emotions and feelings, because you are being supported in this full moon. And also to always remember that full moons are amplifying everything so much stronger. So if you have any suppressed emotion, this full moon is going to explode. So collectively, there will be happening a lot of emotional explosions. So if you're working that day, don't take anything personal. If you're interacting with people in government officials, don't take nothing really so personal that day, because everyone will be heightened in their emotion, especially if they're not aware of it. That can come off even more stronger. So therefore, just keep that in mind when it happens, and also be gentle with yourself. If you can withdraw from any activities in the outside world, please do so in a meditation, or just take a walk in the forest just to calm yourself down. Okay, so you can handle these emotions, so you can let them go through you, go through your body, to completely feel them, so that you can heal them and release them. That is very important, and to use this moment right now that is given with the energies to do so. Okay, so that was the introduction about the full moon in Cancer. And before we get into this reading, of course, always I would like you all to invite your ancestors, spirit guides, spirit helpers, anyone that you're connected to that is furthering your progress moving forward in your journey. feel free to call them in this space right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome. So, if you're new here and if you're returning, thank you. And let's just start with taking a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you are into looking at it in the tropical astrology, we are using the tropical astrology as in the 3D in the form, and we are using the Vedic astrology more in the higher self, a more higher purpose beyond what is being seen with the naked eye, so to speak. So the higher and lower polarities, you can see the Vedic astrology, we're using that in higher polarities, and in the tropical astrology, we are using the lower polarities. And there's nothing that's wrong or right. This is how Spirit has given it to us, and this is how we are delivering these messages for you all. So whatever chart that you're following, or if you're new to this, I've never heard this, don't put so much focus on it, because the cards are pretty and everything, but we're kind of reading the energies of these cards. And I'm already feeling here before we start someone in the throat. It feels very thick, like, you know, that thickness that you have in your throat before you're about to burst into a cry and you're trying to swallow it down. That is for someone out there. Please try to release it. Just try to release it. If you're feeling that on this full moon, whenever this message is reaching you, just try to release it. Try to don't clog it up, and don't force it down, because I feel like it's being forced down, as into not wanting to feel it. And just look at, yeah, just feel your throat. Maybe you'll be sore and in that throat. I feel like a soreness, a swelling in your throat. Yeah, the throat feels very swollen. So just that was a message for someone there before we start. Thank you, Spirit. And before we get into it, we never pick the cards in any order. We just start to pull the cards, and then it just comes naturally. And this is how the reading keeps coming up naturally. And it's 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. 10, it's completion. So something is talking about completion, which is kind of convenient because we're in this solar eclipse that is in transformational Scorpio, with all that a full moon also. It can be more of a completion than that with emotions. So I feel like it's a completion cycle of emotions and a death and a rebirth kind of theme energetically as we're feeling this. So look at your sun, moon, and rising, because we will talk about these signs that are going to be present in this reading if you're interested. So look at those sun, moon, and rising, or Venus, that you have in your chart, if they are related to you, and in what way. So first of all, I'm always drawn to the middle, and we have the Tower. So the theme is a sudden change. Something suddenly is happening. And I feel like Spirit is bringing this sudden change in, because there's a feeling of not wanting to change, not wanting to see something. And Spirit is kind of saying, okay, you don't want to see it, you don't want to feel it. Well, then we will bring you to that emotion by rupturing something that you've been in. So this is what happens. The people are falling out from this tower, and they're kind of in distress. And that will be this theme of this full moon. That will be happening energetically. Because I feel like this very unsettling. It doesn't feel good when these ruptures happen, when all of these stressful energies comes in and just tears it apart. But there is a sudden change. Sudden changes are good. They can be kind of rough when they happen, but usually most of the time they're good. And especially here, why am I saying this? Because underneath this tower we have the Temperance card. Okay, so the Temperance card is all about balance. So you are being balanced here. You are being so much in balance, even though that all of this is happening, you're being balanced. Because I'm feeling drawn to, I don't know, someone wants to talk louder. They want to talk louder, they want to say something, but your feminine side is so much in balance right now that if you're being met with these energies that are harsh and that are kind of loud, it kind of, instead of you being this, because you have, I can feel the energy that there is an energy of you having that loud voice inside of you, kind of roar, but you're still maintaining in your feminine energy, which is causing the other ones that are being very in this energy of loud, it is calming them down because you're meeting them with this feminine energy. And it doesn't matter if you're man or female, it's just the energy signature that is being detected here. And you're very balanced. You're extremely balanced here, and you are protected by Archangel Michael. He's showing up in this reading, which is saying that there's a message coming through that Archangel Michael is cutting all of these cords, emotional cords that hasn't been for your benefit, okay? These cords have actually hurt you, and it can be from past life, it can be these obligation to family that we have or in the society that we live in, but Archangel is there to help you. So try to connect with the color blue as these nails. I have no idea that this was going to happen at the same time as I did my nails, but that it's a different topic. But just try to connect with the color blue and try to stay in that energy of connecting with that color blue and feel those cords being cut. If you do a meditation, if you do a walk, just try to see those cords being cut, because you are very much so protected here. You are very much protected out of this darkness that is happening there. You have light, and we have the sun here in the background. So this is very, very, very good to start off in the middle. So let's go here in the first row. What is happening here? Well, we have the Six of Cups in reverse, which is talking about emotions. This card is nostalgia about the past, childhood. And when I see this card up here and we have the Chariot down here, which is forward movement, I feel like there's something in your childhood that has been, you've seen it, you haven't seen it clearly, okay? Because if we look at it, this card turn up here, we can see that this man is this child is quite big, and this child is very little. It looks distorted. So your vision of how it was in your childhood was distorted, but you're moving forward. There's some clarity happening here, and you're moving forward into understanding why it had to happen like that and why you were protected in that way of not understanding it. So I feel like you're moving forward from this because it is in reverse. So you're not stuck in that energy. I feel like there's an energy of acceptance here, an energy of letting go of what has happened and understanding it's not coming back. That's in the higher polarities in your healing. In the lower polarities, I feel like there's a Cancer involved here. There's a Cancer involved here, and there is a lot of past, you have a lot of past with this Cancer person here. There's a lot of past. And I also feel like this, if you are this Cancer person, I feel like you're leaving the past behind here. The past behind, the wounds from the childhood, from a past relationship, you're leaving it behind here. And that's wonderful, because when we move forward here, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So a lot of earthly energy representing, and we have the horse also here in the picture, which I feel like you're just kind of, there's an energy because this is coming in here. It's a very slow moving energy. But what I want to say here that stands out a lot energy-wise is this Five of Swords. So it's kind of a deception. And it's been a deception and difficult for you to move in any direction because of this Five of Swords, I feel like there's a lot of manipulations happening from family members within the family. I'm feeling that so strongly, that there is a lot of manipulations, and you're having this difficulty of making choices because you feel this drawn in every direction of the choices of what you should truly do in this situation. And because you're feeling that, it's causing you to have these mental, it's not clear to you in your mental state. It's very disturbing to you in your mental state. And I don't feel like this family members understand this, how deeply this is actually, I'm sorry, affecting you. But I feel like you're burping it out. You're releasing something. That's what I feel like. It's a burping out. So if you're burping a lot, that's good. But you're releasing something. Something is definitely being released, and it has taken a long time because you didn't see it clearly. So if this is your family here from the childhood, I mean, this could have been going on as a pattern for very long, and you've been used to kind of do everything. But what I feel here is, this is very strange why I'm picking it up, but because this Pentacles, this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, you've done a lot. Energy-wise, the universe has seen you. So you've done a lot for this family in higher polarities. I'm sorry, I'm going to be jumping up and down in higher and lower polarities, how it comes in right now. But if you've done the work here, and you've understood that something is not right, and why am I doing so much? And I feel this frustration because I'm starting to talk very fast, and there's a lot of frustration behind this, and sorrow in a sense. But Spirit has seen everything, and you're going to get something here. I think that you're going to get some money or something that was owed to you, or energetically, if you've done something, the universe has sees you, and you're going to be paid back energy wise. And you know, energy is a currency also, because you can change it into anything if you want to change it into money, into material stuff, because energy is really the most valuable asset that we can have, and this will be in the future. This is how Spirit has brought it to us, that money will not even be close to how important it is, energy. So if you can hold more energy, you're already rich right now. And if you're a light carrier, you sure can hold a lot of light. So congratulations to you. I don't know why that was a side note, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm side stepping with it, because this is the feeling of what I'm reading from this energy. Like, even though this happened, you say, oh, okay, yeah, but you kind of don't want to see it. You know it, and you feel sad about it. That's why you don't want to see it. I don't feel the energy of denial at all. I just feel more the sadness that you understand their point of view, but still it makes you sad because you had to actually live through it, and that's a different thing. You had to do all of this, like exhaustion. Because when we jump over here, as the Temperance here is balancing you out, you're kind of very balanced. Here we have the energy of, I'm feeling Taurus drawn, but more of fiery than earthly. So I would say Sagittarius is very strong in Libra. Libra is connected to the mind. And also here, you probably, if you are a Cancer, you probably have strong Libra in your chart. But I'm picking up Libra, Cancer, and Sagittarius. So this is strongest here is Sagittarius. So there can be a Sagittarius involved in all of this. But to move forward here, in this other side, we have the Empress, but she is in reverse. So I feel like even though that you knew all of this happening to you, you're being very gentle with yourself. You're being gentle with the moon part of yourself. So I feel like you're going to be gentle with what is happening energy-wise today. But you've definitely carried so many burdens. I mean, you carried responsibilities that wasn't even yours. I mean, this is a lot of responsibilities. And I feel if this is a relationship here, because just because of the pregnancy that I see in the Empress here, this is for someone. If this was for from the past here, if this was a relationship, I mean, you carried everything. You carried this whole relationship and so much more. And the person didn't give nothing at all, like at all. And you just kept carrying this and you're letting it go. Because she's looking towards the Fool. She wants a new journey. She's going towards the sun. You see how she's moving forward? Like she's moving into the sun, right into the Fool's card here. I'm being drawn to this. But you see those torches are lit behind her. So I feel like even though these hardships are happening, she's kind of letting one torch go at a time. Like she's understanding that these are not mine. And every time she gets a new insight or understanding, I'm saying she, but it could be a he too, just as just connecting to this picture right now. If we see these lights being lit, it feels like there is a revelation happening within you of understanding, why am I carrying this? This is not my responsibility. And you're so connected to spirit that spirit is helping you. And when you realize that this is not a stick that belongs to me, I shouldn't carry it, she just puts it down to the ground and she continues. The same way you are releasing all of these burdens by putting down one at a time stick. And you are having help here from the angels, Archangel Michael. They're helping you here energy-wise to understand that you have to let it go. You just kind of mechanically carry these sticks. They're not yours. They're not your responsibility. And you're being connected. You're being asked to be connected back to your intuition. So this is what you're doing. You're finding your way kind of back to your intuition of understanding. And it's beautiful, but I feel like it's a journey. It's a mess. I'm sorry to say this, but there's so much happening, both here and otherworldly, because it is connected so much to energetically. Energetically, you've had so many miscarriages that has been yours to carry as an idea, as in new birthings into this earth, and you've lost them constantly just because you've carried these burdens that was put on your back. And it feels like there's no words to describe it. It's very, 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 it feels very, very cruel from this, but I don't think that it is intentionally, because we're all believing in our own ways of living, I would say. But I'm definitely feeling your energy, and it's not a fun feeling. It's a lot. It's leaving me speechless. I'm stuttering, so it's very difficult, and I'm right there with you. So just wow. Excuse me for a second. Okay. Yeah. Because at the ending of this beautiful row, if we look, I usually look at the beginning, at the end, because it's kind of like a cycle. And if we see at the beginning, we have coming out of this child. And here it's a child that's naked and happy. So as you're coming out of all of this kind of traumas from the childhood, you're working through these emotions, getting these towers, just breaking down everything within you and rebuilds you into new. You are entering in this beautiful sun, playful as a child, into this pureness of yourself. This is such a beautiful and kind of a light to all of these cards. You're being protected. You see, it's so balanced because you have protection in the beginning and protection in every corner. Your darkness and your light is balanced. There's so much balance in every corner. And here we have the Fool. So this is so joyful. Here's just a reminder. I feel this energy of when you're stepping into this new beginning, don't get too reckless, just jumping off the cliff and just be cautious, like this dog that's nibbling on his legs here, saying cautious, cautious, and he's just wondering about, which is beautiful, but it's just saying be cautious, because at the beginning we have movement, okay? So because we have movement, we also have the opposite, right? Because we're in Earth, and this is how it works on Earth. It's just these polarities and these opposites that are constantly colliding. So we have a lot of movement in the beginning, which is saying here, when you're supposed to move, this is what Spirit is bringing to me. Do not move fast. because you'll get so excited hearing this happening. It will be so exciting, and you're so playful and and filled with life that you might just fall off the cliff because you're new to this. So just try to embrace this all new happening, this new energy that you're stepping into without overdoing it, as in going too far, because it can become reckless. Try to consider everyone in this situation, even though that you've already considered more than enough with everyone here. Still, Spirit is saying that for the highest, greatest good, always consider everything. And I can tell you from my personal journey that what helps most in life is to always consider everyone. It doesn't matter if you have conflict or not with another person, always consider everyone's outcome, because that doesn't just benefit you, it also benefits everyone else. And when we can help each other in that way, that is when everyone can actually flourish and get somewhere. So this was a beautiful reading. I'm going to close it off with taking these cards here and just looking through these energies. I feel like I'm becoming very loud, so I feel like this energy here, when you're stepping into this new, your masculine side will get fired up because you had a lot of strength. You're very strong. You're stronger than you think, honestly, here. You're very, very strong. But Spirit is saying here, just try to remember this balance. Try to remember this balance, okay? Come back to this balance. And I have strong Leo here. So we got Cancer, Libra, Sagittarius, and Leo very strong here in this reading. For those that are following that. And now let's just jump into this last card. Spirit, is there anything else that the viewer need to see and need to know right now with the energy flows? Full moon in Scorpio. Closing in here, we have Three of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're not collaborating. See? This Three of Pentacles here, you've worked together with this from this past, this family. You've worked with them since you were little, but you overgive. And you're not doing it anymore. You're closing this. Yeah, you're not collaborating more here. Because this is earthly collaborations here. You're not working with this energy anymore. You don't want this energy. Yeah. There's more here. Let's see. Nine of Swords. Yeah, because this what has happened here, because you didn't see the whole picture and there were so many secrets withheld from you that you didn't see this happening in your family, and this gave you so much mental you had so much mental difficulties within you, and questionings and questioning yourself if you were crazy, if you were just overthinking it. When we get gaslight, when we are going through this gaslighting and we're being hurt, especially from those that are supposed to be close to us or that say that they're our friends, and they actually are harming us, this is very dangerous. And you've been in this energy, but remember, you've always been protected. So Spirit has always had your back here. Don't worry about it. And because it's in reverse, you're coming out of this. You're coming out of this mental state that kept you stagnant, that made everything go so slow here. Let's see here between the Tower and Temperance. Spirit, what more here? Ten of Swords. Yeah, it was backstab and betrayals, okay? And Spirit saw all of this. Spirit saw all of these backstabbing, betrayals happening. And, excuse me, we are getting a little bit of disturbance in the reading. Yeah, I think that someone really, there's an energy of someone not wanting this to come out right now. But this backstabbing betrayal was huge. Maybe involving a Sagittarius or a Libra. But this backstabbing was huge. Like it pierced. Look at this dove. This dove is pierced through their heart. I mean, this was brutal. This was not even considering for a second here of how this affected your energies. But Spirit has your back here. You're being protected here. Your energy is being protected here. But these people, just as much as this is happening, I'm also reading for the people involved in your energy. So they're probably also picking it up. So this is all involvement here. But this 10 of Swords, it's an ending. We have a 10 here, 10 of Wands, 10. And this is the 5th with the Scorpio full moon. It's the 5th of the 5th. So that equals 10. So we have 10, 10, 10. So there's a lot of completion energy here. Like this energy is complete. It's done. It's finished. So you've powered through it because we came from the 9 of Swords. We're coming to the 10 of Swords and both of them are reverse. You're coming out of this depression. You're coming out of this big betrayal that happened here. And this rupture that happens here in the tower where everyone is flowing out of it is perfect, really, because it ends this cycle. Let's see here. Yeah, see, the Fool's Journey. So take a leap of faith, okay? Spirit is asking you to trust. Trust what you cannot see and connect with Spirit. Spirit wants you to connect. Wants you to connect and to be free, to take that jump. Jump through this hurdle, okay? Because you're moving in. You see the way that he jumps? It's like he jumps from one energy to another. So you're kind of jumping from the old world to the new world. It's kind of like, it's not even a transition. It's like a huge jump. And Spirit is backing you up to like push you forward. One more card here, Spirit. Thank you. King of Cups. Yeah. If you're in the lower polarities here, you are connected with the sign of Leo. And this man is not in touch with his emotions. He's not feeling his emotions here. He's not in touch with them. He's out of touch with them. If you're in the higher polarities, oh my goodness, this beaver is strong. I mean, your emotions are so strong, like you're so strong in your emotion, in your masculine, that I'm just feeling this energy exuberating through of your strength in your masculinity. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, but if you're connected to this King of Cups, we have here again, we have Scorpio. I'm feeling Scorpio and Cancer. Very strong. Yeah. And Leo, if they have that in their charts. Yeah. It becomes very quiet. Yeah, this person just holds it together. But there's so many emotions that wants to just burst out. And I think that these emotions, if this person is connected to you, you might have these someone being very emotional that day towards you. That's for someone. For others of you, you're strong with your emotions. You can handle this. It's been difficult, but you can handle this. But keep in mind that because we have the Fool in reverse here, don't be reckless. Because you might feel very emotional on this day. And when something happens, that might trigger you in a way. So try to be compassionate, to be calm. Remember, you're very balanced here in the middle. And even though that this tower moment is happening throughout this reading, let me tell you, I can feel your energy. You are very stoic and very strong in your energy. And you're stronger than you will ever know. Because I feel like you are, because you've had all of these difficulties here, you're not acknowledging of how strong you actually are. And Spirit wants you to know you are very strong. Don't let anything or anyone else, because they are down degrading it or because they seem to know more. No, no, no. Remember, success is built slowly and over time. And you are building yourself up mentally, slowly, and very beautifully. And that will be sustainable for you. You are looking very sustainable in the long run. And that is what matters. Don't matter about the small win. Everything matters in how you pick yourself up. And as I can see in this reading, you're picking yourself up very fantastically. Okay? So don't let anyone tell you anything less or else about that. Let's just have that clear. And take that leap of faith, okay? Because you're jumping into so much more. Just get over these emotions. Let them flow through you. Let that happen. So this was your reading. Take it how it resonates, okay? So I'm speaking directly to the energy that I'm feeling strongly here, but I'm also picking up the energies around. And we're kind of reading differently, so we hope that you enjoy how we read. If you like this, give it a like and a subscribe. And I hope that this message helps you in this full moon, and release all of your emotions that you don't need. Step into the new. You deserve it. Let's go and step over to the cards. So if you have had your time to think over which pile that you feel connected to, let's now pick one of the cards. We start with 1, 2, 3. So this is pile 1, this is pile 2, 3. And you can also pick with the stones or with the visual card. To begin with, let's just start saying that diamonds are connected to Earth. And how convenient, because we are in the Taurus season here, and Taurus is all about earthly matters, tangible. So let's start with, if you picked the Ace of Diamonds playing cards, and that is your crystal. Beautiful moon crystal. Okay, so you're about to get a message. And if you've seen the reading this far, this is where I feel this energy is standing towards. It is here connected to the family, to something legacy, to something that was withheld from you. You're about to get a letter. You're about to get assets that belongs to you. So you are about to get a very big gift. And I feel that it is tangible, as in money. So if you pick this card, that is what you need to know. Very beautiful message. So thank you for delivering that. That is happy news, especially when you've gone through this. If you picked this pile number 2, excuse me, so this is your beautiful crystal, and that is of course your card. The message that comes through here is a man. It's a young man in uniform, and he also brings messages. But it feels like it is a gossiping message. So it's not a message to benefit you in some way. It's kind of a message to start something. So keep in mind, this individual, this is a tangible, this is a person. This is between 20 to 35, I would say, and he has a uniform in whatever occupation that he works in. So that is your message pile that picked number 2. And if you picked pile number 3, this is your beautiful moonstone, and here is your card and your message. Okay, Queen of Diamonds. Okay, this is a very strong woman, but she is so gossipy. And I don't know why I keep getting this. It's like a sex worker. I don't know why I keep getting this, but I've had this in a couple of readings. Maybe you're connected to this energy or something is happening. Maybe, I don't know. The spirit is not giving me more answers than watch out for this woman, because this woman has ill intentions. She is a gossiping woman that is very in the lower chakra, so very sexual, and it is not beneficial for you to be around this woman at this time. You have her in your energy, so be very careful if you picked that pile number 3. So, and this is an older woman. I feel like she's maybe between 28 to 40 and up, maybe. Like that's the age that I'm picking up on. Very strange card messages here, and very different from one another, but I feel like these are connected. So if you had a hard time choosing which pile, or you choose this, I feel like these are kind of together in this gossiping energy. So be careful here. And if you pick this one, how amazing, congratulations. That is going to benefit you a lot. And remember, all gifts are from spirit, so it doesn't matter who gives it to you. Just accept it and thank it, because these good gifts are given to you from Spirit through that person. Remember that. So I hope that this reading helped you and gave you clarity, and that everything that you need to sort out in this full moon, I wish you the best in it. And I thank you all for being here genuinely from my heart. It is an honor to read for you these energies, even though it could be difficult from time to time, especially in these type of readings. You're very advanced, all of you. So thank you. It is an honor. But have a wonderful day. And as always, sending love your way. Bye, everyone.